Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our third lesson, lesson 3. In this lesson, we'll go through LO3, which is the learning outcome 3. My name is Anjum Sattar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Please, if you have any question, just drop me email on my email address. Before starting this lesson, first of all, we recap what we learned during last two lessons. Yes, Chelsea, anything you remember from last two lessons which you think we learned?
We learned about different social, economic and technology factors which impact the tourism and hospitality industry, both in a positive and sometimes negative way, and how they're influencing business decisions for future needs.
Excellent, great. So we discuss about micro and macro environment. We discuss different environmental factors. We discuss some technological, social issues and environmental issues. All we discussed during our last two lessons. So today we'll go through our LO3, which is a learning outcome 3, evaluate the impact current trends on the development of the tourism and hospitality industry. Current trend, what are those trends are? Summarize the trends and we can evaluate the impact of these trends on society or the new planning techniques, carry on coming. So all this will be focused in our lessons today, and these are the recommended books and the keywords which we're supposed to be learned. Okay, we'll start. So we already discussed the aim of this unit and contemporary issue. What we think where we are up to now, contemporary issues? Knowledge.
I'd say 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we are moving, and carry on. We can carry on looking because these issues is good to be look around in detail, because of course when in hospitality industry, when you plan something, if you don't have the right information, it's difficult to be planned accordingly. So that's why information is a key thing. Okay. So then today lesson will summarize some trends, because can be many trends. Of course, it can't be restricted. So first thing is the global terrorism business. What is the trend there? Is the trend is a quite growing? Yes.
Yes.
Before, especially COVID-19, so we can say maybe now is a downfall. Yes.
Yes.
But hope so will pick again. So around 328 million jobs, or 10% of workforce by 2022. So emerging markets, including Middle East, Asia, or other destinations in the world, are increasing in terms of the travel, and especially in China was as well, but now after COVID-19 maybe a bit issue traveling.
Yeah.
Okay, then some tourism business, contemporary tourism industries comprise range of the business, each with a different objective. So sometimes the objective also change, because contemporary, what are the issues, what is changes happening, is positive and the negative way. Profit maximization, people are looking more, but is required in the long term view, not short term views. Yes. Because we're not just selling approach, we more marketing approach, which is means satisfying the customer needs and the wants more than just you maximize your sale. So that perspective is changed. Then the sale maximization, which is often the default option of the service businesses and the tourism due to the capacity constraint. So you can't really do more than that. Yes, you have to enhance the capacity, then you can. Any question there?
No questions.
So next we look around. After business is growing, separation, ownership and control, non-monetary objective emerge. Control, ownership and control. It's not only the one, because now is the shareholders. Yes, it's a big company. It's various investments. Output maximization. Always businesses looking output maximization, minimizing the cost, like off season, even dropping the price. Yes, try to be full, the booking, or even our booking as well. But our booking we need to be really managed, because that can create a problem sometime as well.
Okay.
Because if you are expecting, there are the 10% cancellation and you book 110, yes, maybe 10% won't cancel in those days or in certain months, then you should have a certain outsource arrangement in place. So that's, quiet life, profit minimization, where the business is small, often the family owned, maybe run the lifestyle lessons. So we need
Yeah.
to be look around those, all these are the issues. Then the contemporary drivers of the globalization, technology drives, yes, globalization as the facilitator to transport technology has reduced both monetary and the time related costs are the travel and space shrinking technology in turn the breaking down geographical boundaries. Communication technology synergies between the processing power of the computer and transmission capability of digital media boosts both speed and the capacity of the communication because there is trillions message going in a second. Social media and all. Tourism has certainly influenced by the revolution of the global communication, allowing international communication, development of the global distribution, and we can other say, the Google technology, which is Google Earth and various others. Yeah, these
Yeah.
are all really, we can see things, we can review as well before going, we can read reviews and all sort of things. Economic driver of the globalization includes shifting pattern of production and consumption across the world. So that's one of. Then is a political driver. Political events have fueled the globalization, creating the new world order. Traditional, so that's we need to look around multi-pillar economy, where three economic regions dominant: North America, European Union, and economic Southeast Asia in some countries. So reluctant trade tension, global market. But now is a lot of discussion going around. Maybe this will be slowed down as well
Okay.
due to because a lot of conflict is going around, maybe between China and India and between China and US and then South Korea and of course in various European Union and Brexit as well. Yes, so
Yeah.
these all will impact as well. Okay, then we can look around the cultural driver as well. That can be key. Yes, the rise of the global culture impact of significant upon the tourism. So we can look around the uniform landscape, fast food restaurant like McDonald's is almost everywhere now.
Yes.
Yes, and it's going almost where any country emerging economy left their entry. And in environmental driver, the nature of the environment is a global resource of for tourism, non-sustainable practices, one destination impact another. So we need to look around those.
Okay.
Globalization does have a positive consequences for environment. Uh, yes, we need to look around positive and negative both. The reduce the effective of the government acting unilateral weakens those who regulate and prevent the pollutions. And other is a big trend copy, because different culturally, like Burj Tower in Dubai, yes, Middle East, and they copied exactly the same in Malaysia, yes.
Yeah.
Patrona Tower, I'm not sure you've been, is quite nice place. So we need to look around these trends there. How because of every country is making those things, huh?
Okay.
So is trend is changing. So we need to look around how the business is. So business drivers, creation of the global society mean that tourism businesses have ability to operate globally, and
Mhm.
many opt for the competitive strategy. So we need to make competitive strategy for it.
Okay.
Internationalization. Do we know what is the difference between international and global?
Um. mm, no, I don't think I do.
Global is mean throughout the world. Yes, many countries.
Yeah.
International, more than more than one country or operation. You can say you're an international.
Okay. So it
So
affects
global,
more than one country.
more than two countries. Yes, and
Okay.
different part of the world. Yes, so we can say global. but other is the international. Maybe we just in the European market, we not global. Yes.
Okay, yes.
So that's we are international, we can say. So global businesses view the world their are operating environment. So establish both strategies and the global market presence. We need sustain. How we can sustain? That's the sustainability is a big issue which we discuss in under environment as well. Yes.
Yes.
Creating global brand. How we can create the global brand? Yes. That's
Yes.
huge. They in are various other they are, but how we can as a local we can become a global brand as well.
Mm-hmm.
International tourism education and training, transmitting global concept and approaches. Yeah, that's huge. Reduce transport costs through innovation such as lower cost carrier, business model, international communication mechanisms such as a global distribution system. So then we have other trend is millenniums. It will become more core customer within the hospitality industry.
Okay.
So the generation, yes, different generations. So industries our left the next 5 to 10 years within the group generation Y, yes, which is current generation traveler. They are the many different market considering the fact exploration, interaction, and the experience of major focus and these. Gen Y is traveler are the looking for overall net government experience, yeah, about the
Yes.
products and the cars and the industries. All these are the key things, yes. Bars, restaurant, food service, and then modern traveler is looking experience impacts, yes,
Yes.
technology impacts, and the
Definitely.
money and quality impact. So all this we need to be focused in the hospitality industry, and these have an impact. So
Okay.
that's why some companies say why we need this. First was a lot of discussion going around in favor and against of 5G. Yes,
Yes.
of course 5G, some security issues, of course security institution, but some the business institution saying, come on, this will be impact on many things. Yes, because it's a link with the hospitalities and various other trends as well. And even I'm not fully aware of what is the actual, but I'm assuming is a fast 5G. Yes.
Yes.
5 is a fast broadband, but is it just fast broadband will impact? But there are the behind digital
Yes.
impact, real time technology, real time people can see. That's all about tracking and navigations and all sort of things. So they strive experience to be better quality of life during the layer activity, emotional value of their trips instead of option cost effective gateways, high value of. We need to look around trend overnight layers. Yes, trip shall continue and short the increase in the travel. And especially now, because a lot of things is a link with, like you can remove some visa restriction to Middle East, especially people from Kuwait and people from Middle East. And, and so they normally people are coming on the weekend to stay here and going back in the next day, just
Okay.
spending on the weekend for shopping. So that trend is huge. So that is good for hospitality industry. So which is happening. And then we look around the modern traveler habits. So these are all the some facts and figures. Yes,
Okay. Perfect.
only 16% of UK traveler admit to always being plugged in. Yes,
Yes.
so 69% traveler try to be digital unplugged on the vacation. Yes, people
Yes.
going there still you're just checking email. Yes, who's
Mm-hmm.
on the Facebook. Most important item, of course, all these. Yes, US mobile phone, Australia camera, and US sun means that can just a research some findings. 84% American claim they are the most likely to be booked online. 52% traveler use website resources to resolve the travel issues, and only 3% Australian book travel by phone.
Wow. Okay.
So these are the trends, in hospitality industries. And then the modern traveler habits are here. 60% of the traveler use mobile phone apps. So if your hotel are not have apps, you are staying behind. So we need to be launch the apps. Yes, many companies they are doing it.
Yes.
Not staying in those markets. Yeah, because this is the impact. If you stay, you want to be traditional because how you sustain it as a traditional business. So you have to be changed. Navigation, transportation, communication, these are some facts and figures. Any
Okay.
questions?
No, I don't think so. Hmm.
Okay, we discussed already advanced technology, intelligent hotel with the advanced technology,
Yes.
with fingerprint in order to perform all the operation, check-in, charges, yes, check-out.
Yes.
That's the technology you registered and you just say you are the person, yeah. Modern guests travel with the 2 or 3 or more devices, yes.
Yes.
Need to look around those direct booking. Today we need to make sure our direct booking system is working due to any reason is down. What contingency plan we have that can be used.
Yes.
Mobile booking, new mobile booking is available on the app, smartphone and Android or various other technology. This need to be updated because there's a new Windows, new technology, cloud computing, all yes,
Yes.
.com or .net. So all this need to be up to date. Wow, the customer service is only the way to ensure repeat business. Yes, of course, customer service is a key, and we can look around. I'm not sure. I mention you survey call model? No.
I don't think so.
Okay. So what we can do, we can look around. This model is called SVRQ. Yes, is a model. This is about this model about the service. So we
Okay.
can pick one picture here. We can. So they have a different dimension. So we also call gap model.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So we can look around in hospitality industry, reliability, assurance, tangibility, empathy, responses. Yes. So your question, the ability to perform the promise of the service depend and how accurate. Yes.
Okay.
What gaps we have in that model. So in their model, we have different gaps we can identify. We can look around the service quality. We can look around the individual perception given the service delivery, and we can look around in individual expectation and given service. Yes, what
Yes.
they expect, where the gaps are. So we can find the gaps. The knowledge gap may be there, and we'll how we can try insufficient market research. Yes,
Yes.
maybe there is a difference between the target market and then the second, the standard, the difference between the management perception and the customer perception. So that's
Okay.
we need to be changed because there is a gap. Delivery gap, so difference between the service quality specification and service actually delivered. We said we'll do this in 60 minutes, food will be ready, you order, it's on your fingerprint, but actually wasn't. So we need
Right.
to look around. Why not? Because we like training, what problem, what causes we have, and communication. Yeah, difference between the service delivery intention and the communication to customer. There is a gap.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we need to focus all these 4 gaps. We need to develop the strategy, and we have to look around. So like here, we need to be competence. We need a courteous, credibility, security. All these, the qualities we need to produce within. So it's quite good to look around
Okay.
cervical model, and this is quite I'll copy link here. So sustainability and more green and eco, of course, all these are trends we need to be follow. Expectation, modern tourists are changing the face of the tourism and hospitality. We need to look around in detail when we plan the keywords now. Key global business, emerging market, modern travel and millenniums, online hotel booking, virtual fingerprint, mobile apps, content marketing, social media. Wow, the customer service, healthy organic food, and eco lodging. Yes, these are all key things, and we need to be focused when we plan. Okay, then we have 3.2, evaluate the impact and the trend on the society. What do you think? What impact on society?
The impact current.
So if we look the positive, yes.
What?
So maybe we can look around positives is
The economy.
job opportunities.
Yes, definitely job opportunities. Can increase liabilities. So
Reduce unemployment. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Increase. Or we can say increase consumption. Yes.
Yes.
Demands. Yes.
Definitely.
So we can look around reputation. Yes. Maybe we can look around culture. Yes.
Yes.
Impact as well. Food state. Yes. That's huge. Different food of different world. Yes. I'm not sure you've been to Red Hot. Have you been to?
No.
One place, the chain Red Hot is in various places in UK. So they are under one roof, lot of foods. I mean, it's a buffet, but it's a Chinese there, Thai there, Indian there, or various other Japanese. All, and they cook fresh in front of you, and you can, all the chefs, sitting in different, and you can say, you need this, you need that. Yes, they cook quickly. So this is, we need to look around. Of course, some negative as well impact. We can say crime rate, maybe. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
So we can look around impact on currencies. Yes. Positive and negative ways. Yes.
Disturbance to local community.
Bad. Sometimes bad reputation in a way. Yes.
Yes.
Because depends, how the people in certain area behave as well.
Yes.
Sorry, what you said?
Disruption to the local community. So disturbing their daily lives in a way by the
local environment. Yes.
Yes.
Local environment, which is cover many things, like appetites or whatever, which is local foods and things. Yes, destroying of local culture, various other local traditions. Yes, these are all. Yes. Like even in Heathrow Airport, the case went to the court because the no flight between, I think so, is between 2 to 4. That time. So due to of course, the noise level, those people are near houses. So we need to look around all these and other things. We have impacts as well. The cost leadership is huge. Cost leadership. Do we know what is meant by? So is a huge now lower cost. Yeah.
Okay.
So how will, because maybe we not used to be lower cost producer. Now we need to produce in bulk.
Okay.
To reduce cost, like Ryanair. Yes. We need cheap flights. Yes. Is impact. We budget hotel. Yes.
Yes.
You bring your own tissues. Yes. Towels. So they have their own policies. This budget hotel concept is based on the cost leadership. Other is a trend to differentiation. You differentiate yourself from the competitor. Yeah. So how you differentiate? Because the services we are offering you, no one else is offering in the different part of the world. Like especially we'll think about the UK in the service industry, and there are a different checkpoint everywhere. Information, different languages people can speak. Yes, and it's very, because it's not everywhere is exactly the same. So we differentiate ourselves than others. Yes. Online you will be served in the room, or you will be offered inside the gyms free. You will be offered that. Yeah, we'll give you free picking, or we'll give you free tourists. Yes, or tour guide, so you can differentiate yourself. Yes. Next, focus. maybe you need to be focused different tourists and you have a different strategy for these are all the strategies. Cost leadership, you can make it based on what is the trend now, lower cost producer. Yes. Differentiation may be total modern, like think about a Merit airline, very posh in some. Yes. So
Yes.
even the swimming pool within the airline, so they differentiate themselves other airlines. They focus more high dim. So we can look around maybe low and high, some
Okay.
flights, some areas or some rooms. Yes.
Yes.
So it can be. So three major strategies. And then we have some trends we can, if we want to be look around more in details. So like here, these are all the trends which we just discussed. So virtual communities, yes, people are creating sharing economies, online travel agents, people have, yes, digitalized guest experience, booming global tourism, experience economy, asset management practices, professionalization, generation Y and X, sustainability, yes. Then standardization can no longer be the norm. Standardize throughout the world one standard. No, maybe we need to look around, think globally, act locally, create value, focus on the niche market, exploit technology to accelerate. All these are the trends. Huh? Social responsibility, develop more responsive and resilient, and manage talent effectively. Tomorrow hospitality is, of course, carry on changing, of course, especially now due to coronavirus, yes, is a huge impact and change. The link there. And then some facts and figures, what impact they have. When we look around the China, yes, is 9.1% is due to the, yes, demands and increasing.
Yes.
And absolute scale, when we look the United States and all, how many millions, yes, people travel and how much they generate. So we can look around the year by year figures as well, according to the World Tourism. Yes. So destination, well, all these, because these impact, we need to destination planning, change in the idea respect of the planning, new theoretical insight, development of the transform planning, thinking such as sustainability, creative cities, conceptual developments, yes. So like, spending money, HS2, HS3, yes, all about to boost, economics growth, yes, travel and tourism. That's why the 106 billion will be spent. So then we have a five different traditional approaches of tourism planning.
Okay.
Boosterism and economics industry oriented approach, physical other approach, and a community oriented approach as sustainable tourism approach. Yes, these are all five approaches we can use. Boosterism is one of the sense form the non planning refer to the simplest attitude that tourism development inherently good and will be automatically benefit to the destination. This is being the part of the attitudes development. The growth is a good, yes.
Okay.
So, some people say no, growth is a bad, because this will impact on the local cultures and things, yeah. So we need to look around how we can change the shift, the dimension. Like in fracking technology, a lot of people were against it, yes. So
Yeah.
maybe we can show the facts and figures so that will help to be boosted. So boost tourism approach, you boost it by changing the perception of
Okay.
economics approach is the tourism planning, construct the tourism planning problem around the economics question. Yes, you do. Yes, if we don't do it, if we don't serve it, if we don't care about the our tourists, so what will be happen? No jobs. Yes,
Yes.
so no jobs will be, it will be unemployment. Who's going to buy our local foods or things? Huh? So maybe in some part of the world, it's only tourists buy the things. Huh? So these are, we can look around the economics approach. So different approaches in different years it boosts. Now economics approach is quite popular. Then is a physical, yes, we look what is happening in the modern emerging. conservation, environmental. Yes, we need to be look around communities. Idea planner is we need to be involve the communities, and then last is quite popular now is sustainability. You grow, but you grow sustainably
Okay. Yeah.
instead of you just destroy the culture, your local. Yes, you
Yes.
make sustainable. You need to be care about. So sustainability is mean the meeting the current generation needs without compromising the future generation.
Okay.
So this is all about the sustainability. Okay, these all the being discussed. What are we need to look around economics, yes,
Yes.
and the planning tools and different approaches of planning when we do, and these will impact sustainable development, which we discuss, is the integrative approach that bring together social, cultural, environmental, and economics.
Yes.
So sustainable is we discuss about three P's: profit, planet, and people. Yes, all we
Yes.
need to, and we need to be focused on these. Okay, so is one of the book is on Moodle, yes,
I,
and there is a page number 204, and we can read the case Finland National Park and how they plan and what impact happen on the local economy.
okay, perfect. I'll read that.
So which is on Moodle, yes. So you can do in your own time, yes, which is good to read. And this is one of the quiz which we can play or you can play, yes.
Okay.
You can copy the link and it's just enhance understanding, yes, which is from the tutor to you or net, which we normally do. How the organization culture and impact on tourism, travel and tourism, yes, like we are doing impacts on the local economy. Any question?
Don't think I've got any questions. No. So that case study's on Moodle, is it? Is it in a book or is it just a case study?
It is a book there within the book should be. Yeah.
Within that book. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll have a look for that.
Any question regarding last lesson? Have you managed to watch the video?
Yes, watched the video, and I started looking at some of the links that were in the slides as well, to
Okay.
some of the websites, just to write down some further notes.
Okay, great. So if you have any question, you can drop me email or drop us email, and hope so I'll speak you next week. Thanks for attending. Those are listening, please. If you have any question, drop me email, and I hope I'll speak you all during our next lesson when we'll go through our LO4, learning outcome 4, and then one lesson will go through assignment brief we'll discuss in the last lesson. So last learning outcome will be learning outcome 4, which we'll go through in next lesson. So please, before, if you want to look around some contemporary issues, yes, what those are, what is meant by contemporary issues, and those we discuss as well. Further, we can look around in hospitality industries, and we can do research information from the range of academia. So please, the world tourism industry, the facts and figures, we can look around on the Google Scholar, which is quite good to use, and various other, of course, UN reports as well. We can read and we can use them as well. Okay, that's all today. And if you have any question, drop me email. And thanks for listening and attending.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Sam to you. Bye bye.